I feel like living in South Florida, surrounded by Republican voices, I was brainwashed into thinking I was one of them. I started to realize that it wasn't just this one choice I made. It was kind of a accumulation of choices I've been making for years. Like, for example, when I had my first daughter, I never taught her Spanish because I didn't care to have her learn Spanish. And after having my second daughter, I kind of knew that I wanted her to speak Spanish because I wanted her to be able to speak with my family and connect with them and have a sense of
Hey,
belonging.
beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by, supporting your girl on this channel. So in today's video, all credit goes to the creators in this video, guys. In today's video, so I came across a video of a girl called Cynthia. Apparently, this first video you watched is Cynthia, right? But that's not the video. I was looking for that particular video that you'll be seeing people stitching in the videos coming, but I didn't find it because apparently I think she made it private or removed it. But anyways, that's not the gist. So Cynthia is a Trump supporter, right? Cynthia voted for Trump, and Cynthia's father has been taken by ICE. But the tea is that Cynthia's father has like 6 months to live. My heart goes out to him, and I really feel bad for him. But what we don't know, or what we're about to find out, is that Cynthia voted against her family's self-interest, right? Because we all know if the tables were turned around, if she had done a different thing, she would not be crying on the internet, and her father would not be in this situation. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section, because Cynthia obviously has voted against her family, and now that her father is about to be deported, she needs our help, right? She's going on the internet and crying for them to have pity on her father because he has just 6 months to live. He should spend it with his family, blah 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 blah. Guys, do you feel pity for Cynthia, or you think she effed around? She should find out. Ugh! Those stories drive me nuts sometimes. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and let's watch these videos.
The girl and her going viral because her dad got deported and she voted for Trump. She's Cuban. I want to explain for the younger white people why she voted Trump. Cubans are mostly Republican. This is for a few reasons. One, until President Obama was in office, Cubans could not be illegal in America. We had a policy that if they could swim over here, they could stay. That's because we were largely anti-communist, and because the people who fled Cuba were the ones who did not like communism, it's the right-wing Cubans who left. Then they landed in South Florida, where everybody's fucking rich and opulent and spending money, and they're like, haha, this is great. Of course they are Republicans still, because they couldn't be deported, and there's a lot of issues between the Cubans and the Mexicans, because the Cubans would kind of like talk shit to the Mexicans, like, why are you here illegally? And the Mexican would be like, the fuck do you mean? I got here the same way you did. They just made a law that made it okay for Cubans. Cubans are like, yeah, it's because they like us. The Cubans are usually have lighter skin, so it's a whole thing. But anyway, Obama made them illegal. And so I guess that didn't turn them left either. But they didn't really think that one.
This is about being human, about love, connection, and presence. The one thing he needs.
You knew what would happen if he was to win. He stated it as clear as day. What does everyone say? He says what he means, and he means what he says. He said everyone had to go. Everyone. And my heart breaks. It really does, because it really is so heartbreaking. But he said he was going to do it. And you voted, which is your right.
Okay, this woman who made a video right here, these two videos. The first video she made was talking about her father being detained by ICE, and she is having a meeting with ICE to determine if he's gonna get out or not, because he's terminal ill and only has 6 months to live. Why am I making this video? At first, when I saw this video, I was very sad because of what is going on right now in the world, especially with ICE taking families, taking kids. And that put my place on what if that happened to one of my family members, or what if that happens to one of my friends' family members. I come from a first-gen immigrant and also graduated as a first-gen. When I saw this video, I was very upset because this father was terminally ill and he literally only has 6 months to live. I commented like saying sorry, and if there's anything I could help, like I'm willing to help. Then there's somebody who commented on my section and they showed me the screenshot. I don't have it right now, but the screenshot is showing me how she said to another user that she's a Trump supporter. A Trump supporter! You heard that? A Trump supporter! Girlie, you voted for him. So when you're voting for him, you didn't think about your family? Like, what the fuck? So when she realized that her voting for Trump is a big problem, that's why she turned off all her comment section. Girlie, you are the reason why your father is in the detention center instead of his family. This is why you should do your research before voting for someone. I am so fucking
I feel
mad!
that it would be immoral and inhumane to let a man who is suffering, who is terminally
So my problem with this is that this girl voted for Trump. I'm going to say that again. This girl voted for Donald J. Trump. Oh no, it's the consequences of my own actions. I mean, not to be an asshole here, but I'm going to be a little bit of an asshole. Why should anyone have sympathy for you? Did you not remember that you have an undocumented father in the country when you made your vote? When you casted your vote, did you forget? Did you think Trump was going to give you special exemption privileges because you love him? He was going to have the ICE agents out there and tell them, oh, but not that one. No. He said mass deportation. He was very vocal about how he felt about immigrants in this country. Very vocal. And you still voted for him. I mean, let's say, hypothetically, you didn't give a fuck about anybody else. No other issues that would have affected anyone else from voting for Trump. You should have given a fuck about his immigration policy. You should have known about that. So I'm sorry, it's hard for me to find the sympathy. And then you're going to call ICE and ask them for their sympathy and their understanding when you didn't give a fuck about anybody else. You didn't give a fuck that you were voting against the best interests of so many other fucking people. You didn't give a fuck. The kind of guy that you were voting for was a fucking criminal and also just a deplorable, detestable human being down to his very core. No, you think shit was peaches and cream. So as much as I feel sorry that your terminally ill father cannot be with you, it's fucking sad, which is why you don't vote for people like that. But I can't care too much because you did this to yourself. You know what I mean? I don't know. You reap what you fucking sow, I guess, is the takeaway here. Do better next time, and good luck.
Cynthia, go to Mexico with your daddy if you're so worried about him passing away in the next 6 months. Or forgive me, wherever it is you're from. I didn't care to look it up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is this loud and proud Orange Boy supporter whose daddy just got deported. And he's dealing with a terminal illness and more than likely will never get to see his daughter again. And you may be thinking, have some sympathy. I mean, her dad's passing away. So are the little cancer kids who can't get treatment because of y'all president. So are the thousands of people that are going to die during hurricane system because we no longer have our systems in place due to y'all president. Y'all ex-Trump supporters really be getting on the internet asking for sympathy when y'all gave us none before he ever got in office. Care what happened to other people as long as it didn't happen to you. It's not like he didn't lay out a big old document that said everything he was going to do. He put it in writing. So unfortunately, millions of us don't give a crap about your daddy. I'm sorry to say that, because you didn't give a crap about your own daddy when you voted for who you voted for.
This woman voted for Trump even though her dad is an undocumented immigrant. And now her dad is currently detained in an ICE detention center, on top of only having 6 months to live because he has stage 4 colon cancer.
Please don't end Dinosaur. Please don't end Spider Memories. We have those of pain and isolation. The American flag stands for compassion, kindness, liberty, and justice for all. We're all human, and today I'm asking for one human act of compassion to please let my dad come home.
They put in a request for conditional medical release. This was that phone call.
Difficult position for us and for y'all. However, I've listened to your testimony carefully. My vote, again, is to deny the request for conditional medical release.
Continue with my previous vote, which was to deny the request for conditional medical release. That would be a majority vote to deny the request for conditional medical release.
Look, you can feel two different things here. You can feel bad for her father, while also thinking that what she did was reprehensible, as well as selfish, as well as stupid. Voting for Trump, even though your dad is undocumented. I don't know. I have no words. I'm sure the guilt is eating you alive, and it should.
No one deserves to go.
You voted for Trump and you expect us to feel bad that your daddy is deported? You had all that time to educate yourself. What the fuck you thought mass deportation meant?
No one deserves to go.
I don't feel sorry for you. You thought that your proximity to whiteness and your vote was going to keep you and your father and your family safe. And clearly you're learning the hard way that it's not. And then on top of that, you're not too bright because you decide to bring this to the internet, trying to make us feel sorry for you or give some type of sympathy. And as you can clearly see, we don't care. We don't feel sorry for you. And we're not coming together for you. The time to come together would have been in that ballot box. And had you done what was right, your dad probably would have had a semblance of a chance. But you chose. His memory will always be, if he ever gets the chance to see the internet, will be of his daughter proudly admitting that she voted against his own interests as he lays in an ICE detention center. And his final moments are laying in that cold cell. His own daughter voted against him. That's the memory that he is going to leave this world with. Knowing that you had an opportunity to do the right thing and you did not. That's the memory and the legacy that you are leaving for him. Was it worth it? Ask yourself that. Was it really worth it? Again, we're not coming together. The coming together time was in the ballot box. You had your chance. I don't feel sorry for you, but I do hope that your dad finds some sense of peace within this whole situation, because clearly his daughter doesn't. Again, I hope it was worth it.
I think it would be for me to say that I wasn't thinking when I voted, or that I don't watch.
I really want to care. But the data was always there. You can say that the Floridians influenced you as if there are no people on the left that live in Florida. You can say that you just were ignorant to what was being said. But the reality is, we've known who this man was. And when you voted for him, he was an adjudicated rapist. So it's very hard to feel empathy for you specifically. I do feel terrible for your dad, and I hope that he is able to go home and be with his family in his final days, because that is the humane thing for people to do. Because immigrants are people. But Donald Trump spent both his campaigns, all three of his campaigns, campaigning on the fact that immigrants are subhuman. And you still voted for him. You still risked your family members. And the only reason you care is because it directly affects you. Your vote directly affected millions of your fellow Americans and your dad. And the only reason you care is because your dad was affected. Your family, your comfort. You shouldn't know that something's wrong
and fight for what's right only because it affects you.